when the night falls and the world slowly sinks into silence, it is also the moment when you allow your mind to drift away to a faraway place where light and darkness exist together and time does not flow as usual. In that place, Ra, the mighty sun god of ancient Egypt, embarks on a journey unseen by mankind. By day, he rides his golden boat across the sky, bringing light and life to the entire world. But when dusk descends, Ra does not disappear. Instead, he begins his wondrous night journey, crossing Duat, the deep underworld where souls quietly wait and darkness covers every path. This is the story of that journey, a peaceful, slow, and endless voyage. Close your eyes and let me tell you, little by little, hour by hour, about the sun god's journey through the night. Ra is one of the supreme and most ancient gods in the Egyptian mythology. He is not only a symbol of the sun, but also an embodiment of life, light, order, and divine power that encompasses all beings. According to legend, Ra is the creator. He created the world from nothingness, named the mountains, the rivers, and even other gods. Each morning, when the first light appears on the horizon, that is when Ra begins his journey on his golden boat, called Manjet. He sails through the sky, bringing light to all, awakening plants, animals, and humans. Ra is often depicted with a human body and the head of a falcon, with a blazing sun disk on his head, symbolizing energy and eternal life. His presence is proof of order, of the unchanging cycle of day and night. But Ra does not only rule by day. When the sun sets, when the human world falls asleep, he takes on another role, that of the traveler in the dark. Ra leaves the sky and enters Duat, the underworld, the realm of darkness, death, and waiting souls. In the deep darkness, Ra's light does not shine brightly, but glows softly, quietly. Instead of illuminating the world, he now leads the way for himself and for the lost souls wandering in the night. That is when an entirely different journey begins. As the sun slowly sinks down the horizon, Ra leaves the bright sky and begins to enter another space where darkness prevails. Duat, the ancient Egyptian underworld, is a place where even the gods must face difficult challenges. This is the land where the souls of the deceased reside, where light cannot fully shine, and where darkness covers every corner. Ra is not afraid, for he is the sun god, the symbol of life and rebirth. But even he must follow a law. In the dark, he must find a way to illuminate himself, and then the souls that are waiting. As his boat, Mesektet, glides into the black rivers of Duat, the light from the sun disk on his head begins to dim. The further he goes, the denser the darkness becomes. But Ra's light does not fade. It is fragile but persistent, like a small ray in the vast, dark ocean. Ra's boat sails through the first gate of Duat, where the gods stand guard, ready to welcome him into the underworld. This gate is protected by strange beings, ghosts with no physical bodies, only hazy images floating in the still air. They do not speak, but silently stand waiting, like guides, ready to assist if Ra needs help. But Ra does not need words. He only needs his light to open the way. The boat, Mesektet, continues deeper into Duat, where each hour brings a new challenge. Each land, each gate, carries a different atmosphere. The souls of the deceased silently observe him. in this world, a world Ra must help them find the way to eternal rest. At times, faint whispers rise from the darkness, as if the souls are whispering to each other, telling stories of their past lives, the suffering and joys they once experienced. Duat is not a silent place. It is a land full of challenges that even the gods must face. And though Ra's light still shines, it is not strong enough to banish all the darkness. With each step, darkness swallows more of the world. But Ra remains steadfast, knowing that this journey is unavoidable, and only he can illuminate this dark land. However, though Duat is a dangerous and challenging place, it is also the place he must pass through to continue his journey, to be reborn and bring new light to the world when the sun rises again. It is through crossing this dark realm that rebirth is achieved, creating the continuous cycle of life and death. Hour 1. Meeting the souls of the dead. As Mesektet sails into the first regions of Duat, Ra begins to witness scenes of stillness and gloom. This is when he meets the souls of the dead, those who have departed from the mortal world, and now they stand quietly by the dark riverbanks. They do not speak, they do not call out, they just stand there, their eyes fixed on Ra's light like a beacon of hope in the dark realm. The black river winds around the souls, without waves or life. The only sound is the quiet splashing of the water against the rocky shore, while the surrounding space is filled with complete stillness. These souls no longer have the strength to walk on their own. They need Ra's light to guide them, to help them find their way in the invisible world. The light from the sun disk on Ra's head gently illuminates, bringing light to the hazy faces, comforting the souls that wait in the dark. Ra does not stop. He continues to sail through this dim river. His light speaks no words, but it brings solace. It is a signal, a silent message to the souls. Though they are gone, they are not forgotten. Ra's light will guide them on their journey, wherever that path may lead. In that moment, each soul feels the peace from that light, as if all sorrow has been eased, and they can continue their journey into the eternal. Hours 2 through 6, passing through regions of chaotic monsters, strange spirits, and silent challenges. Ra continues his journey through vast lands in Duat, where his light seems insufficient to drive the darkness away entirely. In these hours, Duat's stillness is broken by strange creatures and dark forces trying to impede Ra's progress. Gigantic monsters with glowing red eyes and mouths filled with sharp spikes appear from the darkness. They stare at Ra with hunger, but his light forces them to retreat, unable to approach. These monsters embody chaos, the forces opposed to life, but they can do nothing but watch, silently lurking in the dark. Yet, not all are monsters. Ra also encounters strange spirits, shapeless souls that fly through the dark air. They often shift forms, sometimes becoming thin wisps of smoke, at other times transforming into hazy ghosts that float above the water. These spirits are not hostile, but their presence adds to the oppressive atmosphere of Duat. Ra knows that these are souls that have not fully abandoned the world, and they only await a light like his to guide them. Through the following hours, Ra continues to overcome other silent challenges. In these dark lands, there are souls trapped in the whirlpools of time and space. They spin endlessly, unable to escape the scene. These souls cannot find light, and they are forever trapped in the chaos of their own making. Ra cannot stop to save each soul, but he can light part of the path, helping them find the way, even if only for a moment. His light creates fleeting rays of hope for these souls, but the never-ending challenges make the journey all the more difficult. Throughout this journey, Ra's light becomes a guiding torch, a source of strength that never fades, no matter how many dangers and trials he faces. He never stops, never retreats. Each hour is a trial, a persistence in maintaining light in the darkness. Thus, Ra fights not only the monsters and spirits, but also the darkness within Duat. Hour 6, meeting Osiris. Finally, at the 6th hour, when the darkness has almost completely taken over, Ra enters the central region of Duat. This is where Osiris, the god of death and rebirth, resides. Osiris is a powerful god ruling over souls, but he is also the embodiment of rebirth and resurrection after death. When Ra approaches Osiris, his light begins to fade, and he senses a strange weakness. This is the place where Ra must confront the darkness within himself, where light must give way to rebirth. Here, Osiris says nothing. He simply stands there, like an eternal image of peace and stillness. Ra knows that, although he is the sun, God, only the combination of light and darkness creates perfection. Osiris is not just a god of death, but also a god of rebirth. And it is here that Ra is reborn. Darkness cannot extinguish the eternal flame within him. It only makes it stronger. Ra continues his journey, no longer fearful, but filled with new strength, ready to overcome further challenges in Duat. After meeting Osiris and facing the deep darkness in Duat, Ra feels a strange power within himself. Though his light is dimmed, here he is not only reborn physically but also spiritually. Osiris, the god of death and rebirth, has given Ra a new understanding of the union between light and darkness, between life and death. It is in this moment that Ra realizes true strength lies not only in radiant light, but also in overcoming darkness, loss, and great challenges. Ra's light gradually becomes stronger again. The boat, Mesektet, continues to sail through Duat, but this time it is no longer a journey filled with the dark trials. He no longer feels fear or worry about the strange beings and monsters that once appeared on his path. Ra feels the rebirth within himself, stronger, more resilient, and his light shines brighter than ever. It is an eternal light, never to fade, like a torch that guides through the dark night. As Mesektet continues to cross the lands of Duat, Ra's light seems to soothe all the pain and worry of the trapped souls. The souls seeking peace in death, the beings torn by grief, all feel the power of Ra. He is not just a physical light, but a spiritual light, a source of hope for the souls seeking their path to rebirth. Finally, as Ra approaches the eastern gate of Duat, he feels a surge of new energy. It is the transition between darkness and light, between death and rebirth. The eastern gate opens, and behind it, the sky begins to brighten. Ra has completed his journey through Duat. He has not only returned with his original power, but also carries a deeper understanding of the eternal cycle of life and death, the connection between light and darkness. As the sun begins to rise, brilliant radiance radiance shines upon the earth, dispelling the darkness and bringing life to the world. Plants awaken, rivers begin to flow, and living creatures revive in the new light. The human world is once again bathed in light, and life continues. Ra has been reborn, and he is ready to begin a new day, carrying with him an eternal strength that nothing can break. Ra's journey in Duat is over, but his journey will continue each night when he steps into the darkness again to face new challenges. And in every journey he will always be reborn, always finding strength from both light and darkness, from life and death. This is the eternal cycle of Ra. When the eastern gate finally opens and light begins to fill the world, Ra's journey through Duat comes to an end. The light from the sun disk on his head becomes brighter, encompassing the entire earth. The world begins to awaken from its slumber, and all living creatures feel the return of life. Plants stretch, rivers flow smoothly, and humans, though still asleep, feel the warmth of the sun touch them. However, Ra's journey is not always so easy to end. Duat, the underworld, remains a place full of unpredictable challenges. Though Ra has passed through the dark gate, been reborn, and brought new light to the world, each night when the sun sets, he must begin his journey again. And each night, the challenges in Duat return. This journey will never end, because Duat is not just a place, it is a cycle. Every time Ra enters it, he not only faces old challenges, but also confronts a mighty enemy, Apep, the gigantic serpent, the embodiment of chaos and darkness. Apep is always the greatest threat to Ra. He is the symbol of destruction, of forces against light and life. Every time Ra enters Duat, he tries to stop him, wanting to devour the sun's light and plunge the world into eternal darkness. Next time, we will follow Ra deep into the dark corners of Duat, where Apep awaits, ready to confront the sun god. Prepare yourself, for this battle is not just between light and darkness, but between life and death. I wish you a peaceful sleep, and I look forward to meeting you again in the next episode, The Serpent of Chaos.